Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Rhadia, who was charmingly beautiful with long flowing hair. She had two brothers, one older and one younger. The older one would soon become the Sultan. At age 10, she was secluded from her family, with her only companion being her younger brother. Suddenly, a war broke out, and with all the older men of the country gone, Rhadia pleaded with her mother to let her out into the world. Her mother agreed. Rhadia wandered to a stream, where she washed her hair. Coincidentally, Rhadia's older brother, the Sultan, was having his horse from the same stream, until he noticed a hair caught in his horse's mouth. Finding the hair, he vowed to marry whoever the hair belonged to, even if it were to be his sister Rhadia. Desperate to find the owner of the hair, the Sultan tasked an old lady of the village to find who the hair belonged to. Once the Sultan discovered the hair belonged to Rhadia, he still continued with the wedding plans, even at the disgust of his sister and mother. Scared and frightened, Rhadia planned with her little brother to run to the forest so she would not have to marry her older brother, the Sultan. Seeking refuge in the forest, Rhadia and her brother noticed as days went on that the wildlife began to diminish and diminish. They assumed that because of the blasphemy of the Sultan wanting to marry her, God had punished the land. After days without water, his little brother became thirsty. Rhadia warned him not to drink from the stream, but once Rhadia turned her back, he drank from the stream and he became. Rhadia's little brother became a deer. And while this was going on, Rhadia's older brother, the Sultan, pined and pined for her. And when he could not find her, he locked himself in a tower and fell ill and soon died. A new Sultan was appointed, who ruled over the land that Rhadia's older brother once ruled as Sultan. Desperate to find help for her little brother, Rhadia trekked back to the palace where she once lived. Upon reaching her destination, she found that a new Sultan had been appointed, and when he laid eyes on her, he wished to marry her. Soon, wedding plans pursued, and as the days passed, Rhadia's brother, as a deer, visited her to alert her of his impending death if he were not to return as a human. One day, the Sultan caught wind of a conversation that Rhadia was having with the deer. He asked her what was up with the deer. She explained to him that the deer was her brother and that she did not know how to revert him back to being a man. Distraught by what he heard from Rhadia, the Sultan set out to find a witch in the village who would help him revert the deer back to Rhadia's brother. The witch told the Sultan to take the deer back to the stream and have him drink. The Sultan did so with Rhadia by his side, and by doing so they reverted Rhadia's dear brother back into her human brother. Amazed at the transformation of the deer to a boy, the Sultan promised Rhadia and her brother that no harm would come to either of them, and all three of them lived happily ever after.